The night my house burned down, I felt as if my entire life was turning into ashes before my eyes. I stood outside, barefoot, clutching an old photo frame that was the only thing I could save. Everything else, my memories, my peace, my home, was gone. When the firefighters left, I had nowhere to go. My husband had passed years ago, and I had only one person left in this world, my son, David. I raised him alone, working long nights so he could go to college, have a better life, and never struggle the way I did. He was my pride, my hope, and my only family. So, I went to his house that night. My hands trembled as I rang the bell. He opened the door, his face filled with surprise and confusion. "Mum, what happened?" he asked. "My house, it's gone, David. There was a fire. I have nowhere to stay." For a brief moment, I thought I saw concern in his eyes. But before he could speak, his girlfriend, Emma, came to the door. She glanced at me from head to toe, her expression cold. "She can't stay here, David," she said sharply. "This isn't the place for your mother. We barely have space for ourselves." David looked torn. He looked at me, then at her, and finally said something I will never forget. "Mum, maybe it's better if you find somewhere else to stay. Emma's right, this might not work." His words stabbed me deeper than any fire ever could. My own son, the boy I had held when he was sick, fed when I was hungry myself, was now turning me away because his girlfriend didn't want me around. I nodded silently and walked away. The night was cold, but not colder than the emptiness inside me. I sat on a park bench under a flickering streetlight, tears rolling down my face. I had lost everything, my home, my son, my purpose. Then I remembered Richard. He was my first love from many years ago, the kind, gentle man who had once dreamed of building a life with me. We had gone separate ways, but I had heard that he had become a successful businessman. My heart hesitated, but I had no one else to call. When I dialed his number, I didn't expect him to answer. But he did, his voice warm and familiar. "Martha, is that really you?" he said softly. Through my tears, I told him everything, the fire, my son, my heartbreak. Without a second thought, he said, "Stay where you are. I'm coming for you right now." Within an hour, a black car pulled up. When Richard stepped out, he looked older, but his eyes were still full of kindness. Without saying a word, he wrapped his coat around me and said, "You don't deserve to be out here. You've always been too strong to suffer alone." He took me to his home, a large, warm house that smelled like safety and comfort. He gave me a room, clean clothes, and a promise that I would never be alone again. For the first time in weeks, I slept peacefully. In the following days, Richard helped me rebuild my confidence. Together, we started a small charity for homeless women, something I had always dreamed of doing but never could. The work gave me a new purpose, and slowly, I began to smile again. Months later, there was a knock on the door. It was David. His eyes were full of regret and shame. He had lost his job, and Emma had left him. "Mum," he said softly, "I was wrong. I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I miss you." Tears filled my eyes as I looked at him. I saw not the man who had hurt me, but the little boy I once rocked to sleep. "David," I whispered, "a mother's love never dies. I forgave you the night you closed that door." He cried in my arms, and at that moment, all the pain melted away. Life had taken everything from me, but it also gave me something greater, strength, love, and the wisdom to forgive.